Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go, flying in. Mike 54.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Nice hit, boy.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the Stephon Diggs, the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A first down throw for Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Get ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Cooper's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
There you go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There we go. Going to 53.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, we're going forward in. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Prescott from the gun on third. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run. Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I know you feel that.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Blue draw corker. Joker.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That's it, baby.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. To throw it is Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Cousins on the keeper, and he is going to lose yardage here. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Wide. Bravo.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Watch QB drop. We're going to 53. QB drop.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Stop your whining. We're going to 54. Wide.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Sherrills. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
What we got?
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Cousins now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion. 15 of 16. It's 1st down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Cousins on target to Diggs, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it's third and goal.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Here is Cook on third and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Bailey's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. This is Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a carry for the big fellow. This is Jameis Olawale. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Completes it to Jason Witten. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Kill.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Watch the pass. Check 52. He's crashing.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check 13. Check 13. Check.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
First. Hey, high 7.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And this one to Treadwell, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Check, 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 check.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Minnesota, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.